Bonjour and welcome to Paris, the city of love, the city of light, and where every dreams come alive. I can't wait to share every moment of our 3-day trip to Paris. But before we dive into it, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so that you won't miss a single moment of our future adventures. Are you ready to fall in love with Paris? Let's go! Visiting Paris for the first time is like stepping into a dream. The moment you arrive, you can't help but be overwhelmed by the beauty of this city. The Eiffel Tower with its iconic silhouette makes your heart skip a beat, and the charming streets and architecture feel like something out of a fairy tale. Our first day started right away after we dropped off our luggages at our lovely Airbnb. Our first destination was the Arc de Triomphe, which was located very close to our place according to my research. As soon as we walked onto the main street, we could see the Arc from a distance. As we got closer, we were amazed by how busy the area was. The Arc is located in the middle of a square where 6 streets meet, including Champs-Élysées. This was the first time I saw a lineup of tourists in the middle of the street, where cars were passing by, all for taking the best view of the Arc in a photo. We joined the line and got ours as well. Then we headed toward the Arc to see its beautiful architecture and go to the top for a 360-degree view of Paris. But unfortunately, the roof was under construction and we couldn't go up. But if you're going to Paris, don't miss this. Champs-Élysées is the most famous street in the world, which connects the Arc de Triomphe to Place de la Concorde. When you see the Arc de Triomphe, you absolutely should take a walk down this street. It's a fancy and bustling street with lots of fancy shops and cool places to eat and drink. After a long walk down Champs-Élysées, it was time for us to go back to our place, take some rest, and get ready to visit the most iconic feature of Paris, the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower was officially opened to public on March 31st, 1889 during the Exposition Universelle. At the time, it was the tallest man-made structure in the world and quickly became a symbol of France's cultural identity. The moment you lay eyes on it for the first time, it's nothing short of breathtaking. As you approach it, you can't help but feel a sense of anticipation. The tower's light turns on as soon as it gets dark. However, the real fun begins at 11 p.m., when the Eiffel Tower comes alive in a dazzling display of sparkling lights. For 5 minutes, the magnificent monument twinkles like a sky full of stars. In the hours leading up to this show, there is no shortage of activities. You can enjoy French cuisine in one of the restaurants close to the tower, or if you are in the mood for a bit of romance, you can cross the Seine River using one of the many charming bridges that connects the two banks. Along the way, you'll discover vendors selling love locks, a popular tradition among couples. These locks symbolize the attachment of your love to the city of love. It's a heartfelt gesture that adds a touch of your own love story to Paris. Day 2. After having a French breakfast in our cozy Airbnb, we headed to Montmartre by taking the metro. With its cobbled streets, stunning basilica, artists, and bistros, Montmartre is full of charm. Perched on top of a small hill in the 18th arrondissement, the most famous Parisian district has lost none of its village atmosphere that appeals so much to the artists of 19th and 20th century. A real melting pot of art and inspiration for the cinema, Montmartre still gives as much pleasure to those who strolled around it, and figures high on the list for a stay in Paris. The hilltop location of Montmartre was simply breathtaking. We made a quick stop to take some photos in front of the Love Wall, which has the words "I love you" written in many different languages. The blue wall was a perfect background for our pictures. Before arriving at the Basilica, you will walk around Place du Tertre. This small square is filled with artists. So go shopping, grab a drink at a cafe, or have your portrait drawn. The Sacre-Cœur Basilica sits atop the highest hill in Paris. The steps in front of the Basilica are a popular spot to watch the sunset. After a day of walking up and down the hill, nothing beats a pause on a terrace or a bistro or in one of many restaurants in the area for a traditional lunch of onion soup and bœuf bourguignon, which was delicious. It was now time to go down the hill toward Moulin Rouge. Although we do not have time to get inside for a show, but even seeing the famous facade was fun. Next destination was Galeries Lafayette, the huge luxurious shopping mall known for its stunning architecture. It was really amazing, but to be honest, the best part of it was Bashir ice cream, which reminds us of ice creams we had back home. On our way, we also paid a visit to the Flame of Liberty, which was not originally intended as a memorial to Princess Diana, but its proximity to the site of her tragic death has made it a focal point for those wishing to pay their respects. Now it was time for what I planned as our relaxing activity of the day, a small picnic by the Seine. With a bottle of French wine, traditional baguette, some cheese and fruit, we made ourselves a very memorable night, which I highly recommend. Day 3. Our last day is of course the Louvre day. I know that visiting Louvre for the first time seems to be a very big and complicated project. So we decided to take it very easy and decided in advance which part we are going to visit and which parts we are going to leave for our future visits. With the maps they provided to us at the entrance, we found the right door to visit Iran and Egyptians. And then we made a quick visit from distance to Mona Lisa as well. The last monument we visited was Palais Garnier, which was originally the primary home of the Paris Opera, but today mainly hosts ballet performance. The marble grand staircases, chandelier, and painted ceiling is not just an architectural masterpiece, but also deeply embedded in cultural history of France, and it's a must-see in Paris. For the afternoon, and as our last activity in Paris, we headed to Eiffel Tower again, to jump on one of those cruises and have some relaxing time on the beautiful Seine. Thanks for watching, hope that you enjoyed it. Please feel free to comment your questions and I promise I will answer them all. Don't forget to leave us a thumbs up if you liked it and share this video with your friends who want to visit Paris for the first time. See you in the next one!